Hello everyone, welcome to the video. This is day 24 of JavaScript 30 challenge. So in this video, I'm going to explain some JavaScript feature related to JavaScript event. So those event features are basically event bubbling, event capture, propagation, and once feature. So for understanding those feature, we have to actually look at the HTML code first. So in our HTML code, we have a div container. Sorry, inside our body, we have a div container that has class 1. Then inside that, we have a child div container that is class 2. And in that div container, we have another child that is class 3. So let's try event bubbling at first. For this, I'm going to actually take all the document, so all the div container, divs document dot query selector all, and it should be div. So I have taken all the div here. Now I am going to add a for each loop. Inside our for each loop, I will add event listener for all the divs. Sorry. Add event listener. The event listener should be clicked, and it will call a function that is div event. Right. Now what I'm going to do is write the function div event. Inside our function, I'm going to console.log this dot class list. Okay, let's see the output. Here is our console. So I'm going to call this dot class list dot value. Now let's look at the output. I'm actually clicking on this element, this div element that is actually has class 3. So I have clicked on the div element that has class 3, but it is printing 3, then 2, then 1. Why? Because this is called event bubbling. What is event bubbling? Event bubbling actually, so when I have clicked on this div container, it actually clicked the event is clicked, then it actually goes to the parent, then parent also has an event that is also click event. So this event also clicked, then it goes to the parent of class 2 or this div container, then it will click the event attached to that div container also. So this is called actually event bubbling. That means it actually goes up from the bottom, right? So what is event capturing? So event capturing is basically the opposite of event bubbling. When I click on the div container, it actually captures all the event. It first go to the div container 1 that has class 1, that it captures the event but do not actually call the event. Then it goes to this div container that has class 2, then it goes to the bottom that has class 3. This div container doesn't have any child that has actually any event, so it actually starts from here, then goes again to the top. So event capturing is happening at first, then event bubbling is happening, right? So for your better understanding, I will also add a event listener in our body. Let's do it. Sorry. and I will call div event. We should add a class. Okay, there is a class in our body. Let's check the output. When I click on the last div container, it actually calls the last div container, then its parents, and finally the body or the actual parent, right? So here is the concept of event bubbling. So how can we prevent event bubbling? There are different tricks for prevent event bubbling. So we can actually put here an event in our function and called propagation, stop propagation. It will stop our event bubbling. Let's try this. Let's see the output. When I click on the div container, it actually calls only 3. That means it actually captures all the event. Then when this event is clicked, the event attached with the last div container is clicked, then it actually tells us to stop our propagation to the top, right? So that's why other event that was captured was not triggered. We have another option to actually disable the capture like this. So in our event listener, we can add another element that is an object, and we have a object called capture. By default it is false. We have to make it true. I'm commenting this. Now let's check the output. No, it is not working. Why? The property should be inside our event listener. Sorry, I have written in a different place. It should be here. Now by default it is actually false. If I make it true, what happened? Let's see. See, the output is changed. Previously it was 3, 2 and 1, but now it is 1, 2 and 3. So whenever I click on this div container, it actually start capturing from the top. Whenever it captures the div container with class 1, it stops capturing, then it actually execute the event. But we have our event in class 2 also, so it actually captures this one also, and again it actually triggers the event, then this one, and it also triggers the event. So we have another property that is called once equal to true. If we add once equal to true, then let's see the output. We have our output once. Then if we click again in anywhere in our web page, the events will not be triggered. Why? Because the once property actually restrict all the events for once, right? So it actually removes the event from the div container or the HTML element after clicking once. So that's it for today. Everything I have coded here will be in my GitHub repository, and repository link will be in my description. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.